It's time for the United Hearts Family Fest, Saturday, September 13th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Trinity Church on South 24th. Enjoy awesome music from local artist Liz Bentley and the Silver Bullets, an assortment of food and drinks, a beer and wine tent, quarter auctions, games, bounce houses, crafts, and tons of activities for the kids, or sign up for the cornhole tournament. Scan the QR code for discounted tickets or visit our Facebook page for more information. And don't miss out on the fun. Family Fest is sponsored by Peters Heating and Air Conditioning and Trinity Church.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, we have Sarah Goodapple and Matt Obert. Matt is the CEO and president of Chaddock, and you are the family coach. I was going to say, I know I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so family coach, and I think everybody in our community knows Chaddock. Maybe we don't know exactly what you bring to our community, so can we start there? Give me a little information about who Chaddock is and what your mission is.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate that opportunity, and I appreciate being here today. Unfortunately, I think people do know that Chaddock exists, but you are correct that often they don't know what happens in that 30-acre campus right there in the middle of town. And so what Chaddock is known nationally for is our developmental trauma and attachment program. That's a program that has been listed on the California Evidence-Based Clearinghouse, which is a national listing of programs, especially in the child welfare, family help and space, that says this program has been proven to be successful and is in a structured, delivered in a structured format that the results are very promising and leading to great results for families. So what we do is we work with children in a variety of programs, through our residential programs, through our on-grounds K through 12 program. We have a whole foster care program and work with families to help kids achieve permanency, whether that's reunited back with their biological families or in some cases going on to adoption in new families. And so we provide a full array of services, and just recently we've expanded our reach to we're so known nationally that we want to reach out to our local community.
Sure.
And Sarah Goodapple here is with me today. We've started a new program of family coaching.
Okay.
And we've also have implemented and have been growing what we're calling the Chaddock Learning Network.
Okay.
It's been a process that we've been trying to grow over the last 5-6 years to become more of a resource for our immediate community and for other professionals doing this work on how we can better help more families and children.
Absolutely.
So I'll let Sarah maybe talk a little bit about our family coaching program and her role.
For sure. So we have been doing this family coaching program in our foster care program, so working with biological parents and foster parents. So we're pretty good on it.
Yes.
We know what we're doing.
Know what you're doing.
We've worked with a lot of families, and we have just recently rolled this out to the community so that you no longer need DCFS involvement to participate in these services.
Okay.
And so we are actively looking for families that are maybe struggling with big behaviors. Parents are kind of at their wits' end and they don't know, like there's something wrong, but we don't know how to fix it.
Sure.
We have a whole team of family coaches that, well, just one will come into your home. It won't be the whole team.
Right.
But we have a whole team of people that can provide this service where we come into the home and we're able to just tweak some things. A lot of times it's parents, they're almost there, but there's just some little things that we can change, activities that we can add that really promote relationships in the family.
Right. So, and I love that it's something that is offered to communities that, the public can get engaged. Speaking as a parent, I struggle even learning how to really communicate with my girls on a daily basis. Especially,
it's hard work.
Especially through social media, and we'll talk a little bit about more programs that you're doing. But I love the fact that you're bringing this, more readily available to the general public.
Backyard.
Yes, because I think people need it, and sometimes they just don't know how to. They don't know how to make that first step.
Yeah.
So the beauty of what we say about our developmental trauma and attachment program, even though it is, not to get into the technical weeds of all the brain science and research that goes into how we deliver our program, but we really say it's about the combining the science of healing with the power of relationships.
Sure.
So relationships are central. So exactly what you're saying, that with all the distractions out there in the world today and all the challenges, sometimes just a simple reminder as a parent of how do I need to attune to my child or make that natural connection with my child, and how do I help them make that natural connection with others?
Right.
And so that's really what our resources are about. And I know Sarah's going to talk to you about a new children's book that we just recently published, and we'll be able to talk maybe about some future publications. But we're really excited to make these resources really about Chaddock owning our expertise and not keeping it within the walls or in the compounds of the 30 acres, but get it out there to the community.
Absolutely, everybody needs it. And speaking of, so the book, I was, before we hit play, right, I was asking you questions because we tend to forget what these resources may look like, right? How do you do things? Well, one of the ways is through books.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, so you're an illustrator. Not only do you coach families through maybe some more difficult times or just helping them cope or, just get better, but you illustrate.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it.
I was invited to be on this team. This was created by a whole team of practitioners at Chaddock, along with Ron Kinster.
Our very own Ron Kinster. We love him, love him, love him.
Huge plug for Ron. He's been an amazing partner and really has a heart for kids and doing what's right. And I know he has a whole collection of other books that are just fun for kids.
Yes.
But this one here he thought could make difference in family lives and wanted to join us. So we really appreciate him.
He's a heck of a guy for sure, and he knows what he's doing.
He does.
Yes.
So it was really exciting to be at this table, and then as we got into it, really being able to be a part of, am I going to be the one doing the illustrations? We had lots of discussions of like, do we want it to be a digital look? Do we want it to be hand-drawn? And essentially the team came up with they want hand-drawn, kind of going for like a Berenstain Bears feel for it was the inspo.
Nostalgia, man.
So that's where we landed, and I think it turned out really cute. We have I'll just show you one of my favorite little drawings in here. So our main character is Baxter, and he is having a really bad day.
Is he the badger?
Yeah, Baxter Badger.
Okay.
And Chad the cougar is his friend, and Baxter says some really rough things. He asks Chad if he's stupid.
Oh, okay.
And so kids, when I read this to them, they all like shock.
Yeah.
We don't say that word.
We're not used to having books
and
that
so
say
it's
that.
a really great conversation starter about, sometimes we do say things that are hurtful when we're upset, and really getting to dive into what happens when we're angry. Anger is a secondary emotion, so there's always something primary underneath, and that's what we really work with parents and teachers and everyone that works with children. We want to get that message of there's always something underneath it. So we see the anger, we see the outbursts, but what's underneath it? And truly in this story, Baxter is having a bully situation at school, and he's getting in trouble from his parents. So there's always something underneath it. And as a family coach, that's what I'm working with my families, is to explore like what's going on underneath the iceberg. So that's what's happening in this book. Chad does a really great job of modeling our DTAP program and just is being with him and not trying to fix him, but just sitting alongside him. And a lot of times with our parents, that's what we're teaching them. Like sometimes we just want to go in and do all of the logic and reasoning and lecturing, and teaching. Truly the kid just needs someone to co-regulate and feel better, and then we can access that part of the brain, because when they're that upset, they're not online. And so we need to help them come back down, and then we're able to explore what's really going on.
How intriguing that you can do that through a book. I mean, obviously, now that I'm sitting here speaking to you, I'm like, yes, that's how you can kind of connect with a child through something that they may not even know that you're connecting with them.
They don't know. They don't know. Yeah. They don't know.
And that's the exciting thing, is this is a resource that we really wanted to have for parents, for teachers, for other mental health professionals. Just a simple way to engage a child who you need to maybe have a conversation with. But having that direct conversation sometimes can build up walls, build up immediate resistance. But this is a nice, engaging way. And then beyond this, if someone purchases the book, we have a QR code in the back of that book that will take parents, teachers, other therapists, mental health professionals to additional resources at Chaddock's Learning Network. For instance, a classroom teacher, there's a full curriculum of how do you take this book and tie it into a teaching curriculum,
Okay.
and to build on the themes within the book. For parents, some tools of how do you deal with your child who may be experiencing these same things, and as well as how do you maybe approach this subject during a therapy session with a child. And so you're not only getting the book and the story in the beginning, but we want to be there to provide additional supports. And if you discover that I can't do this alone, or I don't feel like I can do it alone, then it's simply connect with us at dtap@chaddock.org,
Okay.
or visit our chaddock.org website, or give us a call, 222-0034. And we want to be able to help. Someone like Sarah, one of our family coaches, may be able to come and be a support for you.
A whole collection of connections.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
And I love
and
that
that's what it is.
Yes.
It's about relationships
It
and
is.
connection.
I absolutely
Yep.
love this. And, this isn't geared towards one type. You said, big behaviors, which I love that. Big behaviors happen at every age, at every stage. And I think even these, having conversations with my kiddo, I have, a 10-year-old and a 15-year-old. Not necessarily will my 15-year-old sit and let me read her a book,
Right.
but maybe she can read it to younger people and help connect those things. There's so many cool things that you can do with. I absolutely love this.
But
Yeah.
that's the kind of amazing thing. You think a 15-year-old would never be interested in that.
Yeah.
Some of the children that we receive at Chaddock, because they've missed so many
Sure.
early developmental opportunities
Right.
to be engaged in these type of things, they live in their back brain, and this is where the science of understanding brain development comes into play with our treatment model.
Yeah.
Is that we have to help a child feel safe, not only safe physically, but emotionally and every other way, and through relationships.
Sure.
And believe it or not, a silly book that might be intended for a much lower age
Right.
may be that first breakthrough that you have with a teenager or someone else.
And this is why you're the professionals,
Yep.
guys.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
100%.
So-
And I didn't mean to generalize. I mean, I think that obviously, even my 15-year-old could benefit from something like this,
Absolutely.
or just from learning how to communicate. And I think that that is a struggle for almost everyone these days,
Yeah.
right? Communicating effectively and efficiently. Great first step. And then you are also, so speaking of teenagers, you're taking these programs to the next level and doing things that I think we all could use a little bit of help in these arenas, right?
Yeah. So absolutely. First of all, my job as CEO and president of Chaddock is really easy because I have such wonderful team members like Sarah. And,
Sure.
and when you remove the barriers and tell folks, let's be creative and let's make it happen, and they make it happen. And Sarah and the team have already got 3 other books, children books, lined up.
Very cool.
And we're going to be releasing a whole series of these.
Yeah.
And so
The
that's
sketches
gonna,
are done for book 2.
Nice.
Yep.
We're in a really
So
fun
we're
place.
excited. It's going to continue. It's going to continue to grow. Like I said, our learning network is where we're pushing this out.
Yeah.
But I also want to make folks know that we are here to help other organizations and other professionals learn how we do it at Chaddock.
Okay.
And bring it to your own community, bring it into your own practice. And so we are releasing a book, probably will be out in November, December timeframe of this year yet, called Beyond Trauma Care, Combining the Science of Healing with the Power of Relationships. And it really is going to be an introduction to what happens every day
Yeah.
over at Chaddock. A high-level overview, give you some good tools to think about and some good questions to ask. And then if you have strong interest in really learning and wanting to implement this program in your place of practice or your organization or your school, it will guide you through what it takes to become certified as a DTAP practitioner and an ambassador. And so that's a program that we're really excited. And then beyond that, another tool for parents that are dealing raising kids in this digital age.
Right.
John Hyatt wrote a book, The Anxious Generation,
Yes.
which talked about we no longer have a play-based childhood development.
Yeah.
We now have this digital child-based development, and all the challenges that come with being lost in organizations and companies that create algorithms to pull you into the phone,
Right.
to pull you into the tablet, to really take you away from human connection at times.
Yes.
And so we're putting out a book that will be out after the first year called Rebooting Childhood. And is going to be about how do you balance that screen time, build relationships, and help your child thrive.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that get rid of technology. It's part of our life. It's going
not
to be
going
there
anywhere.
forever, right?
Yeah.
Right. But how do we find a healthy balanced diet.
Sure.
If is
Yeah.
the way I look at it.
And I think that's something everyone, I know I can use that as a
Yeah.
parent and even as
Same.
an individual, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy to say, oh, my kid will never be, just wait,
Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
Because it is a
Yep.
part of your
and
world.
none of us are perfect,
No,
by no means.
and I think that it is important to tackle it head on because it is not going anywhere. And learning how to not only learn for yourself those healthy balances, but also how to teach without creating animosity, right, in the
Right,
home.
right.
So I'll be reading that.
Yeah,
one for
I was gonna
sure.
say, 'cause when,
Yes.
you know, basically that digital meltdown, right?
Yes.
Is like,
It
hey, we got to
happens.
put the screen down, and now we got to fight.
It
So how do we
happens.
handle that? How do we balance that? How do we work through those challenges?
Absolutely, and that is again across all phases and stages, even through adulthood. And I think this is going to be so beneficial and necessary as a general society.
Yeah,
moving
my
forward.
wife might tell me that I need to pay more
I
attention
think,
from time to time
I was
instead of my
going to say,
phone.
I think we can all relate to that a little bit, and this will help. Hopefully circumvent some of those issues that will circumvent some of the bigger behaviors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I love all of the things that Chaddock is doing. I'm so grateful that you came in to talk to me about not only your initiatives, but also who you are as a community resource. I love that it's open to the public. I think we all need help from time to time. Good stuff. And I know you have events to bring more awareness to
Yeah.
these resources.
So coming up on Sunday, September 14th, we have our annual Rose Tea event. This is an opportunity where we invite the general public to come join us on our campus and get to know a little bit more about Chaddock. And each year we honor somebody who's gone out of their way to make children's lives better.
Okay.
And so this year we're fortunate to be able to honor Dr. Lanny Stiles, who is a pediatric psychiatrist that currently works for Blessing Hospital, but he's served Chaddock for over 20 years as our medical director in psychiatry. And I've worked with Lanny personally for over 30 years.
Okay.
And I just know the dedication and the time that he never saw the child as being a problem. He saw the child as someone to have a relationship with, and he never just treated the child, he treated the entire family, and so we're so proud to honor him as part of this, and thankful to be a partner with Blessing in that celebration.
Absolutely. Very incredible. He sounds like an incredible human being and someone who definitely deserves the honor. And this is at the what event again?
Yes, this would be the Rose Tea
Okay.
at 205 South 24th, right there on our main campus at Chaddock, 2 p.m. on September 14th.
And it's open to the public?
Open to the public.
Okay.
But we do ask for an RSVP.
Well, again,
Yeah.
we like to know just because we like to prepare food and things,
Sure.
but we
Yeah.
don't. But I never want an RSVP to prevent somebody from coming.
Sure.
Because schedules change and you don't think you can make it, but if Sunday comes and you can make it, we'd love to invite you to our campus.
Yeah, so register if you're able. I definitely recommend going just to learn more about it. I mean, just sitting at this table, I've learned so much. I can only imagine how much knowledge there is to be had about the resources that Chaddock provides, specifically family coaching. And now that it is, everything's open to the public, what better time to learn about what help is out there if you're needing it, and even if you don't need it now, what's there in the future, especially with the digital age taking over, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so, again, the value of digital age is we use digital
Yes.
to promote ourselves. And so you
Absolutely.
can find us by going to your digital.
That's what I was going to say. Yes.
www.chaddock.org.
There we go.
So not all digital is bad, and we're not saying that.
Sure.
We're just saying let's find that balance.
It's
Yeah.
a part of life.
Yep.
We got to learn to work with it in a healthy way. And yes, learning more about that and also every other resource. So one more time with the website or how people
Yes,
can learn more about you.
www.chaddock.org. And just follow the link. So there'll be a link, a tab that will show up for the children's book, and then through the Chaddock Learning Network.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you both so much.
Thank you.
You'll have to come back and provide me with updates on how your programs are going and anything else you roll out. This has been so interesting. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. An honor to be here.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. All right, coming up next, DOB and I sit down to talk about scams and gambling. Stay tuned.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tea, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath the Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice-cold beer. And Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
And welcome back. Joining me now, my pal, Don O'Brien with the Better Business Bureau. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Are you ready for some football?
I'm ready for, what do you think about the announcement?
Okay. Taylor and Travis.
Travis Swift. That's
Good
gonna
for
have
them.
To be, yeah,
I'm happy
I know.
for those kids.
I did a post on Facebook yesterday. It was like true love. It was like multiple choice. True love, perfectly timed PR move, both, or who gives a lot of it's who cares. But some people are cheering him on, which I think is great.
So my only thing about this is that I was like 11 or 12 when Princess Di and Prince Charles got married, and my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, is from Liverpool, England. So she was so into it. She got up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to watch that.
Yeah.
So I know these aren't the royals, but this may be our American royals.
It's like a modern day fairy tale, is what some people are calling it. So I think it is. The story is very attractive to some.
Yes.
But also the antithesis, which would be, I don't recommend it, but betting on, will they actually get married? Betting on how long they'll stay married.
That's the segue, right?
It is. I'm glad you picked up on that. Look, I'm not just a pretty face here at Muddy River News. No, I'm kidding.
So Better Business Bureau, we just issued an in-depth study last week called "Gray Markets and Illegal Gambling." A BBB study finds consumers confused, upset amid hundreds of unlicensed and unverified online casinos and sportsbooks.
Okay.
Obviously, the football season's starting. Probably the number one most bet sport in America is the National Football League and college football, American football, if you will. So, we want to get this out there because we're not talking about, the study doesn't look at those ones that you see advertised on TV all the time, or you may see on whatever. If you watch any sporting event now, you just get bombarded almost with sports betting commercials.
Yes.
We're not talking about those. We're
talking
about
promoted ones, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the ones that are just kind of on the fringes. And it's amazing some of the information that our international investigator brought up or found during this. The estimated size of online gambling in the gaming industry, according to researchandmarkets.com, is $103 billion with a B dollars.
Holy
So that's the legal. The legal is $100 billion.
Okay.
According to the American Gaming Association, there's an estimate
that the size of the illegal online gambling, the not legal,
Yeah.
is 4 times as much, $402 billion.
Holy crap.
So as much money is out there in the legal stuff, there's 4 times as much as in the illegal. So we've seen a lot of complaints, about a 200% increase between 22 and 23 of business complaints made to BBB about these online sites.
Okay.
And people, basically what they're doing is they may ask to be paid in crypto, may ask to do all their gambling in cryptocurrency. They'll put money into a crypto account, they'll gamble, they'll win, and maybe they don't get paid out.
Yeah.
And they don't really have any recourse because there's no regulation.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to use some type of offshore account, just know that you're gambling with your money as much, if not more than you are if you did it with a legitimate one here stateside.
Yeah.
Because all the states now, not all, but at least in Illinois, you can sports gamble.
Sure.
Starting in December in Missouri, you can sports gamble.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh.
Iowa, you can gamble on sports currently. It's becoming more and more mainstream. But again, if you're going to do that, you should make sure you use a legitimate one that's based here in the United States that's regulated.
Sure.
When you use those unregulated ones, that's when the horror stories
Now,
can
do we
happen.
know where those unregulated, how people are even introduced to those? Is it on social media? Because I know algorithms are so smart that, let's say I do look up I don't know if I can say it, DraftKings or FanDuel or something, and then my algorithm is like, oh, she likes to sports bet. Here's an ad for this person that may or may not be legit.
Yeah.
Is that how it's happening?
Yep. They might purport that you can get big promises around payouts. There might be tempting ads, and they might not have a lot of details. So yeah, if you're on social media and you're like you said, if you're a gambler and you're looking up those types of things, that may kind of target you. So it's really incumbent upon you to make sure you know with whom you're dealing with on these things.
Yeah, absolutely. It's scary enough to gamble anyway. I mean, gambling is gambling, right?
Yes.
But then you're gambling with it even being a legitimate company. And it's scary because a lot of these companies, and I see, sometimes I see things pop up that are for even like live casinos now. And it's like, I like slot machines, right? But I'm not going out and blowing the farm on these. I'm not looking for it. So obviously it's picking up on something, some activity, and it's feeding me these ads that may or may not be legit. Luckily, I'm not, clicking on them.
Yeah.
But I can see how people would do it.
Yeah.
So
if you decide this is the time that you want to put it all on Caleb Williams and the Bears to win it all, find a good reputable site to do that, to lose your money.
They're out there.
If you bet $100 on that, you'll win $0.
Is that true? See, the only thing I know is about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
So no, I'm joking. You could probably win a lot of money if Caleb Williams and the Bears win the Super Bowl. And
You're just not a Bears fan.
I'm not a Bears fan. I'm just a realist, and the chances of that happening are minuscule at best.
All right, but the chances of being scammed online. A little bit more than
way
minuscule.
better, especially if you deal with those unregulated websites, and if they say you can only pay in crypto, that's going to be a red flag.
Okay.
Just use your head. If you need help, gambling can be an addiction. We don't want people to get addicted to this stuff. So only bet what you can afford to lose.
Right. Absolutely. And only bet if you know something about it, right? I'm not going out and betting on football,
that's a good point. They've got a lot of these things that tempt you with, make one bet and we'll give you $150 in free bets.
Right.
And then that's kind of how they hook you. So,
yes.
Read up, make sure that you do all your research, and if you need to look up a company that you come across, you obviously can go to BBB, our website, Better Business Bureau at bbb.org. You can check out and see what consumers are reporting. We have a scale of A+ through F, A+ being good, F being fail. So if you find a business that's got a lot of complaints and they have an F rating, that's one you're probably going to want to stay away from.
Okay. Yeah, don't call Don for betting tips, but do call him for information on what to look for and how to be smart and be aware, right? So phone number.
217-209-3972.
There you go. All right, bet smart. And if you have a problem, I think there's a number out there, but I don't know what it is.
1-800-BETS-OFF, I believe.
There you go.
Is the
Okay,
number.
1-800-BETS-OFF. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming in to give me a little more information on this. And good luck to all the Swiftie and Kelce fans out there. We know that you're happy about this engagement, right?
So when are they getting married? Have we found out?
I don't know. I think that's going to be something people are betting on. So do that smart as well, right?
The over/under on
Yeah.
how long the
How long
engagement's
the
going to be.
engagement's going to last. Good timing either way, and good timing for this chat.
Yep.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate
Yep.
it. All right, I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club. See you then.